Well, we've kept it quiet, so I'm not sure if you've heard, but Marianne is retiring.
What? This is how we find out?
This is how I find out?
Well, whether you're retiring or just moving on to a new job, there's always ways to leave your employer without burning bridges.
Our etiquette expert, Rosalinda Randall, is back with tips on how to move on gracefully,
Good
right?
morning.
People
Good
always
morning.
have these images in their head. I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
That's not how you should leave
30
your job.
years of anger built up.
Why do you want to leave on a good note? Why can't we just tell them what's on our mind?
Well, if you're going to retire, I guess you don't care how you leave. You know, it doesn't matter to a new employer. But if you're still going to work, there's still time left. You really don't want to ruin your reputation. And some people say, well, no one's going to find out. But there are some industries and communities that are close-knit. Recruiters, for example, there's this new ghosting. Well, it's not new, and it was really just socially you do it. You know, you don't want that second date or you want to end a relationship. You just disappear. But people now are doing it in the workplace or leaving the job, just not showing up the next day. Yes.
Get out of here.
Yep. So you ghost a job. That's great. However, there are things to consider. One is if you just leave and you don't have a job yet, what about your insurance? Even just for selfish reasons, you know,
Right. You got to think this through. Don't be so impulsive about it.
Definitely. And people talk, as I said, they talk. Another reason you may not want to do that is what if your new job doesn't work out and you know, tail between your legs and you kind of want to come back or you need a reference, you know? And if you do ghost, that's one thing. Somebody asked me, well, I burned my bridge and I need a reference. Call your manager. Explain, apologize, say, this is what I learned. Yes. I mean, you know, people sometimes understand.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so on that note, we want to give you some tips on how to leave your job gracefully, right? Number one, you say don't use quitting as a threat.
Yeah, because one day they'll take you up on it. You know, your little box with your little plants and stapler will be ready for you in the parking lot. So, you know, don't use it as a threat. If you really are unhappy, take the time to talk to your manager. You never know. Sometimes it could be a misunderstanding or they didn't know you wanted a raise or a promotion. So always take the time to talk. Always tell your boss first. It doesn't always work that way.
That's point number two.
Now, I'm going to disagree with this.
Please.
Really, what you should do is tell Canby Brown, and then she'll get the word out. You just let everybody know.
Really?
Yeah, it's much quicker for everybody.
That's
way.
true. I mean, she shares her love life, everything. I know.
It's not really the way I would know. Your boss should be the first to know.
They should be the first to know. And if you can't put it in writing, I know these days people don't write a formal letter, but even an email. And you just make it simple. Your date, you know, you don't have to explain why. That's usually the exit interview. You know, another reason I heard also that people do ghost, and I just want to go back to that because it is a problem, is a strong job market as well. And also some companies will escort you off the day you give your notice. And if you need that 2 weeks pay, they may not do that. So, you know, that's another reason you can kind of see their point. But going back to
doing
it properly.
Speaking of that, is offer 2 weeks notice and in writing if you can.
Yes, some people think that's old-fashioned. If you have a job that requires some training or it requires them to find the right person, it's just right. Or you've been here forever, you know, 2-3 weeks, even a month sometimes. But some people don't give that time because they think, well, anybody can just walk in and do this job. I feel insignificant.
And you definitely, Marianne, should not be bad-mouthing the company upon leaving.
No, what does that do to your coworkers? They still have to be here in that misery, you know?
That late.
Right. And last but not least is don't slack off, right? Don't be a short-timer, have short-timers.
Don't be like Marianne.
Yeah, because that's what I've been doing.
Calling in sick, you know, just showing up late, taking those long lunches.
10 days.
You're still getting your paycheck. So do your work. Try and wrap everything up. That's the best thing you can do. If you're not going to complete certain tasks, write them down, give them to a coworker, give them to your boss. You know, another thing you might do is delete your history on your email. Companies can look and see where you've been. You know, there are ways, but at least as a courtesy for the next person who's going to have that, they don't have to see, you know, your shopping patio furniture, whatever. And clean up your stuff. Don't leave like dirty toenail clippers in the top drawer or something. Just take all your stuff. And then finally, say goodbye. You know, to emails or clients or vendors or people that work off-site, site companies. You've
for us,
established
for your
relationships. You just
contacts, yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
That's true.
Write all that down. And shop for new patio furniture. Don't leave it.
Yeah.
Well, Linda, nice to see you as always. If
Thank
you want to get a
you.
hold of her, she's an awesome etiquette expert for your job and does seminars and things. We've got her contact information on our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. Always so nice to see
And
you.
best wishes. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure being
Thank
here
you
with
so
all of
much.
you,
I
but I
appreciate
wish
that.
you well.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, well, I'm retiring too.
Again, this is how we
This
find
is
out.
great. This is amazing.
Thanks,
Tammy didn't
Linda.
tell me.
Well, another mother.